Hi everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today we are going to do two really quick and easy decorating ideas here for Christmas using Dollar Tree items, my favorite thing. The first one I'm going to do here, this one's going to be our indoor project, and then I have one that we can use for outdoor too. So I'm going to use these tapestry placemats that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I thought these were so pretty. I know they have them with a bunch of different prints on them. They have them with the truck, which I haven't found yet, but I am going to do the same thing with that when I do find it. We're going to turn this one into a pillow, which, you know, I know a lot of people have done that, and it's just so quick and easy, and it just makes a great little idea. I love my fall one that I did with my pumpkins, so I want to make a Christmas one to replace that one for the Christmas holiday. So now if you want to, you can hot glue these. I'm actually going to sew these. I'm going to use some of this all-purpose thread and my sewing machine just to do a straight stitch on the inside of these. And of course you're going to have to turn them, so whoops, what am I doing? Turn them so they're right sides together when you put them together. And all I'm going to do is just on the inside of this seam here is I'm just going to do a straight stitch all the way around to about, I don't know, probably like 4 or 5 inches open on the bottom to put in the fiberfill stuffing. And that's pretty much it, but I am going to kind of square off my corners because I hate it when they have the real pointy corners when you stuff them. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Now if you wanted to, you could hot glue these together if you don't have a sewing machine, or you could hand stitch around there or whatever. It's pretty simple. But I don't think I could square off the corners with the hot glue. I don't know how well that would hold or how easy that would even be to do. But, so I'm going to take this out. I have my sewing machine set up out on my kitchen table right now because, you know, we've been making masks for this whole year pretty much. But I figured this will be fun, do something a little different for a change. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to, you know, like I said, I'm just going to do a straight stitch right on the inside of this seam here and leave about 5 inches of that open. So after I do that, we'll come back and I'll show you how that came out. I don't want to do it because I don't have any way to set up my camera here. It will just be really loud and bouncy while I'm trying to sew this together because I just have a little tabletop tripod here. So let me go finish that up and then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to square off the corners a little. Alright, I got the stitches around here. I actually had to come in and stitch a little farther in because the presser foot on my sewing machine did not want to allow the thickness of these to go under there. But on these sides it was okay, but these sides that were really thick I had a hard time. So I did bring it in just a little bit more, but that's alright. And I don't have the world's best sewing machine, trust me. I don't sew that often anymore. I used to a lot. And then I left this open here so I can turn this around and stuff it. Now how I'm going to do my corners is I take my corner here and I pull these two pieces apart and I open them up and then kind of push these two seams together so it'll look kind of like this. And then I'm just going to sew, probably, let me measure so I can tell you guys what I'm doing exactly here. Actually I'm going to cut these off to get them out of my way, and then I'm going to sew this like right across here. It's probably going to be like, turn it the right way here, Jody. There we go. Probably 1/2 inch. So I think like right about here after I cut these off, and from the, you know, where I sewed it, it's going to be down probably, yeah, I'm going to say 1/2 inch, just so I don't have the real pointy corners. And I'll show you what it looks like when it gets finished here. But I'm going to do that on all 4 corners. Just take that, and I'll show you again here real quick. Just take your corners here and pull them apart like so. And then push those two seams together, just like that. And then I'm going to, from where the seam is, 1/2 inch, I'm just going to sew straight across there like this. And I'm going to do that at all 4 corners, and I'll show you that after I get it done. Alright, so I went back and forth on here twice, just to make sure it had a good stitch to it. And then you're just going to take this like 1/4 inch up from where you stitched it and just cut these corners all off. That's it. I cut all the other ones off already, and that kind of gives you more of a square looking corner. So now all you got to do is get this thing turned right side out. Hopefully that's going to go easy here. See, that's what your corner will look like on the outside. It's kind of squared off a little bit. So, you know, if you just go around them and you stuff them real good, you know, you always tend to have those real pointy corners if you don't kind of square them off a little bit. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this thing turned right side out. Make sure I get my corners real good. There, and I think, whoops, I forgot this corner. Hang on. And there you go. And there is a really pretty pillow. Now, a lot of this Christmas I'm not really going to see because that's going to get, well, it doesn't really cover any of it, so that's good. That'll be right at the bottom. So let me give you a quick measurement here of how big these are. I don't have my yardstick here, but we'll use a regular ruler. So these are about 17, I'm going to say 17 inches by about, approximate, I'm giving you approximate, about 17 by 11. So it's a nice size little pillow here. So now you're just going to take your fiber fill. I picked up a bag of this at Hobby Lobby. It was $2.99, and of course if you have a coupon, you can always use that. And then we're just going to stuff this, a whole bunch of this stuffing. I'm just going to start it here. I won't make you guys watch me put stuffing in this whole thing, but you just want to make sure you get up in your corners good. That's where I like to start. Make sure I have my corners filled in on the top. And then I'm just going to keep right on stuffing this baby. So let me finish putting this fiber fill in here. I'm just going to fill this up until it's a nice firm pillow, and I don't want it too much wider than the corners, so it'll stay nice. But let me finish putting in the fiber fill, and then we'll come back and sew this baby up. Alright, I got it all stuffed here, and I just need to sew the bottom shut. I'm just going to use, I doubled the thread, you know, and I just made a regular little knot in the bottom here. Whoops, and I got it all twisted now, because I want to show you real quick. There we go. Alright, yeah, it's just two. And then you're just going to take your seams, you know, that are in here and fold them down. This Christmas was really close to the seam, so this will definitely be the front that sits on my chair. You just want to squeeze those together and get your needle up through here. And then you're just going to, you know, just put it down in here and slide it across. And try to get it so you really get it close to the inside here, and then same on this side, and you really won't see anything when you're done. I don't know if this is a blind stitch or what you want to call it. This is just how I sew things together. I don't know a lot of technical terms of things, that's for sure. I just do whatever works. So you really can't see that at all. Slide it through there and up the other side. I hope you can see this good. It's so dreary and cloudy today that it's very dark in here, even with my lights on. And you can pin this together if you want to hold it, but it's really thick. It's kind of easier just to grab onto it and sew it together. I don't think I have enough thread here. I'm going to do another one. So I'll just finish up to where I run out of thread here, and then see, and then you don't really see it at all. But for you really experienced sewers out there, I'm sure you have no problem with this. I think I learned the basic on how to do pretty much anything. Never get too technical, just whatever works I do it, and that's it. And this way, if you want to wash these, I tend to, if I have pillows like these that I've made, I tend to take the stuffing out for the following year, because sometimes they get that funky smell or whatever. And then you can just take it out and give them a good wash and then stuff them back up again. Unless you can store yours real well. We always put everything up in the attic, and I don't know, everything's still, and I hate mothballs, so I would never do that, because I can't even stand the smell. But There we go. I think that's going to look fine, and that's what your seam will look like when you're done. I mean, you could do closer stitches if you want to, but I think this is going to be fine. And I just may make it to the end here. I didn't think I had enough thread. Anyway, let me finish this up here real quick. The next project is just so simple, it's crazy. And I kind of stumbled on it by accident when I was doing something, looking at something at the Dollar Tree, and something I wouldn't normally buy, so, but, you know, you can always make use out of stuff. Alright, I'm actually going to make it here. Good tug. Alright, I think this is the last one. I know this is really up close and personal here on my camera, but I didn't quite know how else to show you guys. So I always do at least, I usually knot things like 3 times always. Loop it through these twice, and then do it again and again. But I'm running out of thread now, so maybe I'll just stick with this too. Alright, so I think that is good enough right there. And just cut that off, and there you go. There's your pillow. So I will take a picture of this and put it up at the end of this video. I'm going to put this in my chair in my bedroom where I have my fall pillow. There you go. And then you don't have the real pointy corners. They're kind of squared off. And they're still a tiny bit pointy, but I hate that real pointy look. Anyway, enough about the points. Alright, now for this next DIY, there is nothing simpler in the world to make than these. Here's my thread. Now these things I've looked at Dollar Tree for years, and I'm not a big fan. I could never figure out exactly what I would want to do with these. But I did pick up some this week, and actually I want to go back, or last week I picked these up. I want to get some more this week, because I only picked up 2 of each of these. And the only reason I picked them up is because there was some that fell down in my way, and I went to pick them up, and when I did, I grabbed them like this, and I was like, oh, well that's a cool idea. Take 2 of these and put them together. And I'm going to hang 2 of these Christmas ornaments and 2 of the trees on my front porch, in between my pillars. So I'll have 2 in the front and 2 on the sides of my porch. I have a small porch, it's not real big, but I thought, what a cool idea. So let me get these little things out of here, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. And you could make these, these would be really cool to hang off of a tree or something in your yard to look pretty. But I was never a fan of these, just, you know, singular. But now I wish I would have picked up another, because, you know, of course, I may go this week and not find any more. You never know. Alright, so, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take these 2 here, and then right through that top little loop there that they have, we're going to take these little zip ties. You can get these at the Dollar Tree. They usually have them down in the hardware section by the automotive stuff and things like that. And I am just going to, if I can, I can't see now, hang on. Do I have it the right way? No. Alright. Put them through that hole so I know I have the center. Put back over there. Alright, and we're just going to zip tie them together. And then just cut that off. And there you go. That's it. I'm probably going to put 1 on each side and do the same thing with the trees. And I think that is going to look really cute hanging up outside. Here, and I would show you guys what it looks like, but I'm not hanging it. Well, for one, it's raining outside, and I don't want my neighbors to think I'm crazy to put up my Christmas decorations yet. I know some people are, though. I have seen a few in the neighborhood, but I think we are like the only people on our block that even put up Christmas decorations anymore. And then I'm going to put one over here on this side. And now for this thing up here, I'm just going to take these two, and I'm going to tie them together, and then that way you have both of the loops here to make it a little more sturdy. And actually they're very even, so that was good. So I'm just going to tie them together. And then you have those to hang them up. I don't know exactly how I'm going to hang them yet. I think I want them a little longer than that. I may actually replace this, I don't know, or just add a piece to it so it'll hang down. But there you go. We have a big Christmas ornament. Whoops. Isn't that cool? It's like I said, I didn't like them plain, so now I'm going to take the tree and I'm going to do the same thing with the tree. I like the candy canes too, but the only thing is when you reverse it, then they're going the opposite way, so I couldn't figure out how to do those, so I left those behind. So I'm just going to put these together real quick here, and that is it for these darling little trees. Alright, let's go. For this one, I don't know if I might only do 3. Yeah, I think I am. I'm just going to put one down here. I think that's going to hold it together just fine. Maybe one on the bottom. And you know what would be cool with these? You could even, whoops, I used that one already. You guys are probably laughing at me. You could probably stand these up outside too and make little Christmas trees out of them. I think that's going to hold it together fine. Oops. And I'm just going to put one down here to keep this bottom piece together. And that's it. There you go. Now you have your little double-sided tree, so when I hang it and it spins, it's going to be pretty no matter which way you're looking at it. Like I said, you could put a little stake in here and make these little guys all stand up. And let me raise this up a little bit. Yeah, you could make them stand up and have these pretty little trees standing in your yard. Just don't... Oh yeah, it would fit a stake or something right up underneath there. And just make it stand. I think that would look really cute, like in a flower bed or something. And put some lights around and they would look really pretty. Alright, so that is it. That was my quick and easy DIYs I wanted to share with you guys today. I haven't done a quick and easy one in a while, and I love anything. No glue, no paint, no anything. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed these little projects, and I'm going to put a picture of that pillow at the end, and I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.